All right, friends, it is April 4th, and we've moved. Here I am in my new space. This is the first little video message that I've done out of my new studio. I've got all my artwork and my ancestors hanging up. On the other side of the wall, behind this phone, is our new store. We are now under Gold House Pizza on Main Street in Littleton, New Hampshire. Now, if you're local to us, please visit. We have put a lot of work into the store. But if you're not local to us, I want to share with you a little bit of inspiration, if I could, please. Something that has really been dawning on me for the last month or so is one of our superpowers. Now, all of the work that I do, I try to keep the work that I do as down to earth as possible, because I think in the spiritual fields and the new agey realm, there's a lot of woo, there's a lot of bullshit. And so I find it disempowers us. So I try to not speak to it. And that puts me in a league of my own, I guess. But let's get a little woo here. A lot of people can talk about the law of attraction or manifestation. I think manifestation is a buzzword right now, or has been for a while. And I think you and I think everybody wants to have our best life, the best life, to, have abundance and joy and health, and to have that for our family, even our community. And I think here's one of our greatest superpowers. I think love is, yes, but I want to talk to you about the power of imagination. We are taught at a very young age to don't daydream, to get out of our imagination. But how do we create the best life if we're not imagining it? Now, you're going to want to watch something in this world of ours, especially on social media platforms, legacy media, all of that. The powers that be want to control your imagination. For instance, take fashion and consumerism and physical well-being, if you will. The idea that we'll be rejected if we're not physically attractive, that is given to us for a majority of our lives. I think at the age of 2, we start to pick that up. And if we start to imagine things, like nobody will love us unless we're like a size 2, we create that life. But when we imagine that we're going to create the magic in our world, that we're going to create the best life, your imagination has to be stronger than the influences that are affecting you in this world. They have to be. For me, I am just so devoted to a beautiful life for myself, my family, and my community, what we do here. I'm not getting distracted by media. I know that there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, but, it's none of my business. What is my business is what I can put my hands on, right? Like, I can't do anything to affect the United States bombing Iran. Like, there's nothing that I can do personally. My state representatives, my governors, my senators in the state that I live in are all fighting against it, so in that way, I can't do anything. If I get caught up in the politics, if I get caught up in what outward influences want me to believe and to think, then I lose myself and I lose the possibility to create a beautiful life. Now, I am proud of this studio space that I've created. I'm so proud of the storefront that my husband and I have created. We do that through the powers of imagination. We are both so focused in imagining the best life, the most magical life for us and our community. That's what we're creating. It wouldn't happen if we didn't use our powers of imagination. So I want you to imagine. I do. I want you to make an image, and I want you to imagine it. Don't get distracted by things that you cannot put your hands on and have an effect on. Don't get distracted on that, because not to speak to conspiracies, but I think a lot of the powers that be would want us to be distracted and feeling ineffectual, angry at one another. So go and create the best life. Use your powers of imagination. Daydream about what you want, whether it is your own business or your passion or your purpose or your best life or, love, romance, anything like that. Make sure that your powers of imagination are focused and working for you, not against you, because you can imagine really drastic things and then bring them into fruition because that's kind of all you're focused on. So all my love to you. Thank you for being here, and find my readings, my podcasts, my books, all of that on my website at joshsimons.com.